All right, welcome to this episode of Well Then. And in this episode, I want to explore the topic of meditation. I feel like it is so misinterpreted or misunderstood. And I want to reintroduce you to it in maybe some different ways and give you some different ways of thinking about it. First of all, I think our idea of meditation is like sitting cross legged and like simply in silence, and it's this vision of someone who is like so like perfect and is like clearing their mind and there's no thoughts and it's like really still and austere. And from my experience of meditation and the things I've studied and my explorations in so many different types of meditation, that is not the case. First of all, what is meditation? Meditation is about cultivating awareness of your thoughts. It is not about stilling your thoughts. And the reason for that is our mind, like literally the function of our mind is to think. That is literally the function of it. If our thoughts stop, we are dead. Like that is just reality. So what exactly am I talking about? So we have our thoughts, but have you ever thought about who is aware, like there's your thoughts, but are you the one who's making the thoughts or are you the one who's observing the thoughts? And this is kind of what like yoga philosophy and a lot of other spiritual scriptures go into. And so just taking that lens is you are not your thoughts. Like that is not you. You are the person who is observing those thoughts. You are the one who is deciding to take action. There is a version of you that is kind of like operations control. And so meditation is about getting back to operations control and kind of seeing what's going on. So I hope that helps you like get a little perspective on what meditation actually is. All right, let's continue the conversation on meditation. So, as I mentioned, meditation is about being in this operations control, role in your mind. And that's really about cultivating awareness of your thoughts, awareness of your actions. And there's so many ways of doing this. It isn't simply just sitting quietly. You can do this in your day-to-day approaches. And so I do think that often meditation gets put in this like box and it feels like really, not accessible for everyone. And if we look at what the principles are of it, it's something you can apply to your day-to-day life in a lot of different ways. So if we're thinking about coming back to awareness, then you can do anything with awareness. You could be mindfully chopping your vegetables, and that becomes meditative because you are so present with chopping your vegetables. You're not chopping your vegetables and thinking about, oh, I need to go buy more carrots, or oh, I need to go grocery shopping. Oh, did I turn the fan off? Did I do this? You're bringing your attention to one place. And probably chopping vegetables isn't the best example because you want to be paying attention anyways. But do you get my point of like bringing meditation as more of like a meditative state of bringing that level of awareness to things? So sure, you can meditate sitting quietly by observing your thoughts, but you can also meditate in other ways. For example, you could meditate through movement. Movement is a way that I connect to meditation as well. And that's because for me personally, it's about going within, connecting to whatever emotional state. Perhaps I'm going to a dance class and there's a particular choreography to a particular song that has an emotive theme to it. So I like to be able to connect to those words, those themes, and allow that to come up for me. Allow those emotions, those thoughts, those feelings to come up so that A, it has a chance to express, but B, it brings me so much more into the world of what I'm doing. Like when I'm dancing, I'm in the emotion of it, I'm in the movement of it, I'm connecting all of those things together. And that's how it can be meditative for me. Perhaps you're a singer, or perhaps you like to garden, and just bringing your focus into that practice, bringing that focus, bringing your thoughts there, avoiding the distractions, not thinking about all the other things you have to do. That's where meditation starts, is really just around being aware and bringing yourself constantly back to the present moment. So I don't want to go too far into the meditative space in this video because there are so many different types of meditations, and I can get really technical with you talking about, for example, Vipassana, which is the meditative technique that Buddha, the real Buddha, used to attain enlightenment, and it is still being taught today. I could go into talking about Om chanting and the sound aspect of meditation. We could talk about mantra meditation. We could talk about japa meditation. Japa means to repeat. There are so many different forms, but I think for everyday people, we don't always have the chance to do those. So just bringing a meditative lens or a meditative approach to different things can often be a really great way to start.